All right, what is going on, everybody? We are live here in the After Review Studios. I am your host, Pete. Hope everyone's having a fantastic week so far. It's Wednesday, it's hump day, and we're here to pick some NFL games. Going through our entire Week 10 slate for us. We're already past the halfway mark, guys. So sad. I can't believe we've already passed the halfway mark. So, but it's buckling down. We just passed the trade deadline, a wild trade deadline, thanks to the Jets. Thanks, Jets. Thanks. Zay, what is up? We're not friends this weekend. Let's pin that message. All right, so first game, Thursday night. Not a good game. Shit game. We can all admit it's a shit game. It's okay. Sometimes there's shit games on the schedule. We don't need to have great games on the schedule every week. All things considered. Broncos Raiders. Broncos 7-2. Raiders 2-6. The Raiders did look a little bit more lively this past weekend with our guy Brock Bowers. I found out a fact about the Vikings-Ravens game. I know the fact, Zay. I know the fact. You want me to say the fact? I know the fact. So I will say the fact. Vikings-Ravens have played 7 times in the history of the National Football League. The 3 games the Vikings have won, they have gone on to the NFC Championship game that season. The 4 games the Vikings have lost, they fired their head coach that season. So all is on the line Sunday. I'm feeling pretty good. NFC Championship game. You heard it here. 2 Raiders trash Geno. Geno actually was kind of decent, I thought, against the Jaguars. I didn't think Geno was bad. The offensive line is bad. They can't run the football, man. The Raiders are got to be towards the bottom in leagues in team rushing. Let's look at these offensive leaders here. Let's look at rushing yards per game. I mean, the Raiders are bottom 4 in rushing yards per game. No Bowers, no Geno. Oh, geez. We're going to get neither of those guys for Thursday. This game is cooked. Hey, first streamer hydrating. I am hydrating. This is actually a bottle of gin. I'm just kidding. This is some nice Sprite Winter Cranberry Zero. Pretty zesty over here. I wanted to feel a little wintry. But yes, hydrating Gavin. It's Kevin's job on the line. Nah, Zay, y'all are cooked. Tyler, hello. No, I mean, if Bowers isn't and Geno won't produce shit. Oh, yeah, you're good, Gio. Chewy. I haven't looked at the injury reports. Like the injury reports, the game's tomorrow. I haven't even got the vibes. But yes, Bowers is the key. Bowers is the best part on offense. I mean, Bowers is the best part of the Raiders offense. Try, what's up? You need advice on BTJ in fantasy? I tried to trade BTJ last week. My cousin accepted the trade, but he wouldn't officially accept it in the app, and things were cooked. And now I'm not getting Marvin Harrison Jr. and Justin Jefferson. I am sad. Skull Purple Squirts. What's up? Chewy, appreciate the support. Big dog. Everybody hit that like button if you haven't already. Get this stream out into the algorithm. If you're new here, drop a sub. We got daily sports content. We got live streams. We got shorts. We got our shorts. We got our sports stat facts going throughout the week. We got videos also dropping throughout the week as well. Draymond Jones gets 2 sacks. We're locking him up, baby. The interior of the line's healthy. The line is healthy, boys. Hit those likes. Hit the like buttons, or your quarterback will wear a dress and nail polish. So first game here. Let's just pick it. I mean, like I said, the Raiders are they can't run the football. I really liked what I saw with Bowers back in there. Bowers is the best tight end in football probably when he's healthy. He's at worst top 3. At worst top 3. He's probably 1 out there. So I don't know how I want to approach this game. Denver's defense has been kind of living on the edge too. Can we look at Denver's defense here? Look, we're going stats tonight, boys. It's hard to see the teams for you guys, but yards per game, Denver's defense has actually been giving up a good amount of yards per game. Oh, wait, it was the reverse order. Excuse me. Denver's kind of in the middle of the pack for yards, though. 347 total yards per game. Where are they in scoring? Let's see. Broncos scoring. They got to be towards the bottom in scoring. Again, middle of the pack. This is a middle of the pack defense. No Patrick Surtain. I think I like the Raiders in a cover spot here. Secondary is ugly, yes. Mike Green been heating up on sacks too. Good thing we did a good job. Purple, appreciate the sub. Welcome, welcome. I'm in a dynasty league, so I'm scared to trade away because he's so young and was a first rounder. In 2024, he was top 5. Yeah, if you're in a dynasty and you're not, unless you're trying to win and compete right now, you don't need to trade him. CR7, appreciate the sub. Welcome, welcome. Guys, if you sub and I didn't shout you out, I can only see public subs. So if you sub, new here, want a shout out, just drop it in the chat. I will gladly shout you out. Denver's D gets a ton of sacks. Yes, the Bonito fish, are the Bonito fish big? I mean, Nick Bonito is probably the most underrated pass rusher in football. I believe Denver is tops in sacks. I do believe Denver is tops in sacks. I wish there was, I know ESPN doesn't have a freaking sack thing because ESPN's stupid. But I believe Denver is tops in sacks this year. Their pass rush is crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy the Chiefs are just in the hunt for the playoffs. I agree. It is ridiculous. Am I cooked? I got school today. Elijah, no. School's all right. All right. I can't read that, unfortunately. Can anybody translate? I believe that's katakana. Is that Japanese? Over here. Raiders cover. I feel like Thursday night rivalry games this year, underdog always covers. Yeah, and it's got to be a huge line. These are straight up. I'll have my picks against the spread video out tomorrow. I'm going to take Denver to win this game because you'd be a fool not to. But again, Denver's 7-2 and they're just living life on the edge. I don't feel any juice from this Broncos team. I don't. I mean, Bo Nix is super overrated. Hot take, I'm sure. Bo Nix has not been good this year. He's the king of the boot and rally. He's like, I suck, I'm terrible for 3 hours, and then that last 30 minutes, he wakes up, he's at the party, you know, he passed out, he threw up a couple times, now he's back and he's slinging back shots with the boys. That's Bo Nix right now, and it's awesome. But you can't sustain like that, but you can do that against a team like the Raiders. Fortunately, can't sleep, I'm too hot, but then too cold. Well, do the breathing technique. Anybody know the Navy SEAL breathing technique they do? There's some like crazy breathing technique the Navy SEALs do. I don't know. All right. Falcons, Colts in Berlin, Germany. If you guys have been on Instagram and saw the Michael Penix edit, I think the Falcons got a little too excited that they're playing in Germany. I don't know about you guys. If you know, you know. You're on that. People have been saying Bo Nix is the best. I know. I've been arguing with potato Viking fans this past week. I'm like, Bo Nix is not good. If you want to tell me Drake May is the best quarterback in that draft, it's Drake May. Okay. Jaden's too small and hurt. We know nail polish boy. Nail polish boy. Whatever. You can stay up all night and not be tired. Well, enjoy that while you can, because that's not going to last. ATL edits going with the Raiders. That's a bold strategy, Cotton. You're a contender this year, 6-3, trying to win now. The offer is BTJ plus a first for A.J. Brown plus Waddle and a second. Also, Eagles schedule during the fantasy playoffs is easy. Yeah, but the Eagles don't throw the ball, Try. I'd want somebody who I know is getting the football if I'm giving up BTJ and a first. Like, A.J. Brown doesn't get the ball, and who the hell knows with Waddle? I don't know about that one. It is Drake May. TBH, this might be heat. I hope I'm heat. I'm straight fire, boy. Daniel, hello. Happy Wednesday. Stream can officially start. Daniel gave us his blessings. So we're going to Berlin, boys. What is the weather like in Berlin? What are we looking like? I don't even know. It's a grass field outside, I believe. Out there, Das Berlin. Olympic Stadium. Yeah, it's in. Why can't I get a freaking... Can I get a weather on this? I can't get weather for Berlin, Germany? Give me this shit. Stupid ESPN. We're going to weather, boys. We're using the weather. I don't get this advertisement out of here, Weather Channel. You guys are stupid. Olympic Stadium, Berlin. Here we go. DeCaris sent clutch. I don't know what the clutch is. Is that like a purse? But appreciate the jewels, my man. Try's got the Colts. Colts are good. Colts are due. Jets are so crazy. They almost traded Garrett Wilson due. I like what the Jets did, Zay. They got a shit ton of picks for guys that aren't going to be part of the rebuild. And they've dove into the rebuild. I like it. I like the move a lot for the Jets. They have 5 picks in the first 2 rounds over the next 2 drafts. And the 2027 draft is loaded with quarterbacks and wide receivers. It's weird when I'm about to die in a game, I say I have a wife and kids. You're a troll. Don't do that. Yes, happy Wednesday from all of us to you. Daniel, what's up tonight? What you got? So, that's Germany. Haha. You got some Wiener Schnitzels. Oh, 47 and rainy. Yo, not ideal. TW, what's up? What's up? Oh, my Lord, guys. 47 and rainy Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon into night. That sounds miserable. Jesus, why are we sending them over there? Go Vikings, yes sir. Skull, brother. I like it, but you didn't expect it to be that wild. Yeah, they made teams give them an offer. All right, have a good night. Elijah's going to sleep, trying to get some sleep. So yeah, everything says Colts should win this game, but I told everybody last week the Falcons are going to do something stupid, and the Falcons did something stupid. Like, the Falcons were so competitive in that game against the Patriots. They're getting their ass kicked. They look great in the second half, and they missed the extra point. Like, peak Falcons. That was a peak Falcons performance. Like, come on, Atlanta. I knew they were going to be feisty. As soon as I had the Patriots, I'm like, the Falcons are going to make this miserable for us. They're going to cover this game because they look so shit. The Falcons are every other week with this team. They might get housed this weekend. No, they got the best available of the picks. So it was an NBA ass trade. So they got the better of the 2 picks. So it's still TBD'd. Keeping BTJ, I paid so much to get the guy. He'll bounce back. He needs a real QB, though. Yeah, he might get traded, which would be a good thing. Get traded to a real team on a rookie contract. That would be nice. Let me look at the defensive stats for the Falcons, because the Falcons were getting after the quarterbacks, but they aren't. They're pretty good in total yards. This was a good defense, total yards. They're not great in points, though. They're like middle of the pack in points. So they do give up scores. We got to see a bounce back from the Colts, though. The problem is Falcons not very good against the run. Falcons not great against the run here. 124 game, bottom half of the league. I'm going to take the Colts. Colts bounce back. Bye. Cam G. Go Broncos. Broncos country. Let's ride. Where are we riding to? What's your take on Bo Nix? I want a Broncos fan's take on Bo Nix. Ian Rappaport said it's on Good Morning Football. He could be lying then. Oh, I mean, everything I read yesterday, they said it was the best available of the 2 picks. Are these pick'ems or spread? Try. These are pick'ems, and then tomorrow's video that I will drop tomorrow afternoon will be against the spreads. I will do all these games against the spread as well. But we split up the content a little bit. Live stream gets the straight picks. Video gets the pick'ems, if you guys are a degenerate like me. Because everybody wants a good little degenerate. We were okay last week in our picks. We were better against the spread last week. We were great 2 weeks ago. We've been on a heater lately, relative heater. I've been so dog shit with my college bets, though. Our college bets are laughably bad. It's almost impossible to be as bad as we've been this year. It's actually a skill. All right, the New York Football Giants traveling to the Chicago Bears. Chicago is not good. Chicago is 5-3. They should have lost that stupid game to the Bengals. A moment of silence for Jaden Daniels, by the way. Yeah, his elbow is on that turf. They're dead. Speaking about the Bears. Okay. Bears. They're stupid. No skull for me this week. You're allowed. I hope Lamar gets diarrhea and can't play. JJ McGoat over here. Bo is like Peyton Manning was with the Colts after halftime. It's like something clicked and he starts shredding defenses. I called him the boot and rally quarterback. He sucks ass for 3 hours. And then for that last half hour, he puked and vomited and shows back up and is partying with the boys again. because it's got to be frustrating because that's not sustainable, obviously, especially in the playoffs when you start playing really good teams. Bears are good because of cupcake schedule, but they'll spank the Giants' butt. Yes, the Bears are probably going to beat the Giants. Their schedule is so soft. The Bears are not good. They have a good record. They should have lost to the Bengals. They just gave up 40 to the Bengals. Look at this. I mean, they've played 3 competent football teams. The Vikings, who were barely competent. The Lions got ass-waxed. The Ravens got dominated. The Saints, a potato. The Commanders, potato. Raiders, potato. They won both these games by 1 point because Jaden Daniels fumbled a snap ending the game, and the Raiders had a field goal blocked, and they threw Geno Smith forgot how to play quarterback. The Cowboys, they're terrible. Oh, look, the Giants, potato. Then they got to go to Minnesota. Vikings could be hot by then. Pittsburgh, that's a bitch. At Philly, loss. At Green Bay, hell. Cleveland sucks, but Green Bay, also a team, they just own them. The Niners are good and the Lions are good. The Bears could fall off a cliff right here. They could be sitting at 6-3 and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 losses to finish the season. It's crazy facts. JD5, RG got the same team and the same yard line too. I think they were different end zones, but they were both at the 3-yard line or whatever. I think they were reversed end zones. I think RG3 was on the other end zone. But yes, it was crazy. The similarities are frightening. It's actually frightening. Hope JJ McCarthy doesn't turn into a pumpkin given his fraud at Michigan. See Connor Stallions. Well, Silk, I know you didn't read any of the Connor Stallions report because there was literally nothing there. He was allowed to be on the Central Michigan sidelines to scout. I shaved. I did shave, Emu. Welcome. If Jaden Daniels and RG3 shit is so creepy, like it's so cursed. That field is cursed. They wore the Redskins uniforms. Maybe it's the uniforms. They wore the throwback uniforms. Bears could have lost worse if Lamar was in. Well, obviously. Well, maybe not. The Ravens do love to pull their foot off the gas with Lamar in. So it was a comfortable 2-score win. I did shave. I shaved a little too much. People like it though. Some people like it. I like my beard. My beard was definitely too long. I gotta get a haircut too. RG3 was injured forever in his rookie year. Yeah, in that playoff game, he was never the same after tearing his ACL. He tore his ACL like 3 times, guys. He tore it twice in college, I believe. So he had like 3 ACL tears, RG3. Old Indian spirits got them. I got it. Okay, we don't need to look at our beautiful quarterback. Where is the stupid Bears fan? There is a dumb Bears fan and explains everything about... I'm going to have to look up this guy's stupid Twitter because I saw this stupid tweet and I have to call it out because they're dumb and I hate them. Okay. Caleb, his name is Caleb Goat QB1. Look at this idiot. This explains everything about the Bears, guys. Do you guys want to clown on the Bears? We're about to clown on the Bears. This guy, he's gone viral for this stupid take. What is this take, guys? Gonna be honest, I'd rather have my QB wear a dress and paint his nails than this cringe fest.
Nobody wants to be
because our quarterback's a psychopath.
Ride with you.
JJ McCarthy is a psychopath.
You were gonna break us down.
Yeah, he's locked in. I'm sorry he doesn't have pretty L's. He doesn't have pretty nails. Like, maybe I'm wrong here, but I feel like anybody who's played in a football locker room kind of likes having a quarterback that looks like a psycho and acts like a psycho and is locked in. Dudes fucking love that shit. Guys love that shit. They know he's gonna go to war for them. They know he's gonna bust his ass every day. Not nail polish boy over here. Look at him. He looks fabulous with his nails, by the way. Beautiful. Show this picture. Go back. I want to see this picture. Open image in a new tab. Oh my God, guys. Look at this. This is fabulous. Look at the orange. It just pops so much. Fucking idiot. with that being said, the Bears are going to beat the Giants. If Scatterboo was here, they would win. The Giants can't stop the run. Kyle Monangai and DeAndre Swift. If DeAndre Swift is back, he's gonna be good. Like, they're gonna be good. They're gonna run the ball all over the Giants. Told you I had more faith in JJ McCarthy than you did before the season. True. It was all the entire gamble is on the X factor, guys. It's the X factor. That is the entire gamble on JJ McCarthy. He is an average NFL talent at quarterback. It's all the X factor with him. And he's 2-0 on the road in the division. He made a fantastic throw to Jalen Naylor to win that game. That's the exact play. It was the exact same situation that Sam Darnold lost the Lions game in Minnesota last year, early in the year. We had the exact same setup. Up with the ball, third down, first down, ends the game, Vikings win. Sam Darnold couldn't complete that pass. JJ McCarthy completes that pass. So, I do like it. Let's see. Some of the other guys like having their asses busted and said, that's how you really inspire a locker room. I'm sure there's a lot of ass busting going around in the Bears. With that being said, I have too many enemies in my division to hate more on the lowly Bears. I hope they don't beat us. We already beat their ass, word. We'll beat them. We'll beat them, world. We'll beat them. I'm good. We're good. I'm feeling good in 2 weeks. I think we're going to beat the Ravens this week. I think we're going to win a few in a row. I think we're going to get a little juice going here. The vibes are much better. That was the biggest Vikings win we've had maybe in the Kevin O'Connell era. Like, that was like playoff caliber win. This team spirals if they don't win that football game. And they won that football game. And the Lions are a very good team. We can't argue the Lions are a bad team. The Lions didn't even play bad. We just beat them. Like, the Lions played pretty good. We just beat them, which gives me a lot of inspiration. In no universe is the Dolphins beating the Bills. The Bills are back. They just beat their ass in Kansas against Kansas City. They're feeling great. Yeah, I agree. The Ravens could also go on a run. This game is now all of a sudden like kind of massive and really fun between the Ravens and the Vikings. Both teams need it too. Both teams need the win. Both teams a little behind the 8 ball in the playoff standings. Let's look at the playoff standings. Everybody can revel in the Chiefs not being in the postseason right now. Everybody get their heart on. Everyone's gonna get a little hard on here. Calm your chubs. Chiefs are the 8 seed in the AFC. They are technically out. All right, don't drool too much. Vikings will never win a Super Bowl. I mean, probably they will one day. One day, Cole, they will. I have faith. Huge game. Agreed. So the Chiefs are out of it here. The playoff picture is very interesting. Houston's done. They're playing a potato team. Also, guys, I got yelled at by Jaguars fans in my chat on my power rankings. We'll talk about that when we talk about the Texans-Jaguars game, but I have a moment of silence. I have to bury that team. So these teams are dead. All these teams are dead. Dead. Bengals died because they lost that stupid Bears game. Dead. Houston probably dead with no CJ Stroud. Ravens feeling good. They're alive. The division is also bad. That helps a lot. Chiefs probably getting in, yes. Does anybody believe in the Jaguars at 5-3? I certainly don't. Chargers, I'm very concerned about the Chargers now. They lost Joe Alt. I know they make a move to try and help the offensive line. It's hard to lose 2 all-pro tackles, man. It's just hard to operate. And now the Herbert haters are going to come in here and bitch about Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert has been lights out this season. He's been so good. They are super injured. He's missing both of his all-pro tackles. The Bills are fine. The Steelers, do we trust the Steelers? I don't know. I don't know if I trust the Steelers. 5-3. It's kind of weird looking at teams' records with the buys and stuff. Like 7-2 Broncos, they're in. I'm assuming the 7-2 Patriots in. Somebody will win the Jags division. I say the Jags. You're not saying the Colts? I mean, I still think the Colts are going to win that division. The Colts schedule isn't bad coming up either. Falcons in Berlin, at the Chiefs, tough game. Texans, tough defense. Who knows about the offense? They never win at the Jaguars, but they're going to win at the Jaguars. Seahawks tough, Niners tough, Jags, Texans. Not the worst schedule in the world. What does the Jaguar schedule look like? Let's look at the Jaguar schedule. Jags at the Texans. Chargers at the Cardinals. Cardinals are now zesty, boys. Cardinals are now zesty. I'm liking the Cardinals. Jacoby Brissett, Titans are ass. That helps. Colts again. Jets are horrible. That helps. Broncos, that's a loss. At the Colts, they got to play the Titans twice. That's a big bump for the Jaguars. So that does help the Jaguars out. And I had the Jaguars winning 9 games. I think I had the Jaguars at 9 games. Take them as the wild card. Yeah, I could see that. Let's see. Justin Herbert, that guy, I don't know why he gets shit on, because people like to shit on people who don't win playoff games. First Cousins is a performance director for the Arizona Cardinals. Lit, Turner. How are the vibes in Arizona now that Kyler is not the starting quarterback? I bet you better. Dolphins and Penn State pulling off the upsets this weekend. Who the hell is Penn State playing? The Dolphins are not. The Dolphins are not beating the Bills. Bills are not getting a letdown. Uh-oh. Lions suck balls. I'm done with this team. Jared Goff is less mobile than sleepy Joe Flacco. The man has the mobility issues. He can't run. He's static. If there's no perfect pocket, straight to the dirt. I've been trying to tell everybody for like 2 years, Jared Goff has to be a robot. Jared Goff is a robot in the pocket. The way to beat the Lions is press Amon-Ra, guard Laporta, and get after Goff. The run game's not as good as it was last year, but that's how you stop their passing game. Colts have that division on lock. Taking the Jags a wild card, I could see that. Turner, yup, works for the Cardinals. Spaced on the Colts. I think everybody's spaced on the Colts. Everyone forgets the Colts because first of all, they're at the top of the list. Everyone forgets about the Colts. They're number one with a bullet. They're beating the Bills. No. Hearts football, hello. Penn State, huge underdog at number 2, Indiana. Ooh, that is a tough one. The Hoosiers are kind of... Is it weird we live in the world where the Hoosiers are like legit? Like, Indiana can legit win the national championship, guys. They can beat Ohio State. They can beat A&M. They can beat Alabama. They can win the national championship, Indiana. They are for real number 2. They are very good, and they are nasty. Kurt Cignetti just wins football games. Google him. If the Bills lose, that win versus the Chiefs was for nothing. Yes, I agree. If you lose at the Dolphins, you wasted that win against the Chiefs, and you're not winning the division. The Patriots win the division if the Bills lose this game to Miami. This is a have-to win for Miami. Or for Buffalo, excuse me. Look at New England's schedule. New England's schedule coming up is redonkulous. Go Hoosiers. Generation X. Hoosiers guy. All right. I remember that. I think I remember that. You've been in the chat before, right? Actual Indiana guy. And they were terrible. And you suffered through the worst football team in college football history, basically. Historically. And now they're great. So congrats. Appreciate that. Appreciate the support for a team that sucks. And now is good. You deserve all the benefits. Huge game against the Buccaneers. Huge game against the Buccaneers. But look at this potato schedule. They still got to play the Jets twice. They play the Dolphins, Ravens, and Bills, tough games, but they already beat the Bills. Bengals and Giants suck. So the Patriots schedule is cupcake, man. Cupcake. They got a few tough ones, but pretty soft out there. Bills, Dolphins soft, Bucks tough. At the Texans, that's not fun on a Thursday night against that defense. At the Steelers, not fun either. Fun on the offense. That's a weird team, though. In Pittsburgh, stupid shit happens. We just watched the Colts get Pittsburgh. The Colts got Pittsburgh. Connor, Buckeyes. Uh-oh, we got a Buckeyes fan here. Number 1 team in the country in the first playoff rankings. It's all right. No rat poison. I didn't want to be number 1 or number 2. I'm happy at 3. No rat poison, boys. Bengals shit. Obviously, the Patriots. Browns shit. Eagles, tough game. Yeah, Jets. So tough one. Lions run game has been so mediocre, bro. Nowhere even as close to the explosive. Last year, Gibbs looks slow. Monty hasn't been noticeable since the Ravens game. I think it's more Monty. It's been all on Gibbs. They're not getting Gibbs out in space as much. They don't have those unique Ben Johnson runs. I even called it watching the game on Sunday. There was a spot there where I think it was a 2nd or 3rd down run to Gibbs. And I was expecting, like, we've seen this before, where they run like against the grain and a cutback. So they were running left. I'm like, he's going to cut it back. It's going to be like a counter almost. And it's going to be open and he's going to gash us for 12. They don't do it. And it's just like a normal run and he gains 1 yard. And I was like, oh, that's something Ben Johnson put in all the time. And I've not seen that yet from them. So that is a big issue. Mike Vrabel, great hire. Titans dumb. Yes, Titans dumb. GM dumb for that whole situation. Lions do need McCorkle. McCorkle's been great this year. Mac Jones has been awesome. To me, the Steelers fan, but I'm ashamed of them now, so I'm embracing the Buckeye heritage. I mean, the Steelers are still doing all right. What about the Seattle Seahawks? Sown. Well, we haven't gotten to the Seahawks yet. Seahawks game? Seahawks game later in this one, but we'll get to that Seahawks game. Seahawks are great right now. Defense is awesome. I think they're 7 in the power rankings of mine. Their defense is fantastic, and Sam Darnold's playing a lot better this year than he did last year. All right, out of principle, I'm going to pick the Ravens in this game. They are favorite. I'm going to take the Ravens. I do like the vibes for the Vikings, but I'm going to go with the proven commodity in Lamar Jackson. This is probably going to be a close game. Vikings do struggle with mobile quarterbacks. We might force Lamar to throw, but that's not good. Lamar can throw the football. We let Jalen Hurts throw the football. Now, the wide receivers aren't as good on Baltimore. I'm not really worried about Zay Flowers too much. The tight ends scare me. Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely, freaking, what's the other guy's name who's caught 2 touchdowns the last 2 weeks? I think it begins with a D. Zay will tell me. The third tight end. The tight ends scare me. The run game's solid. We're good against the run. That'll just kind of be a push. It's going to be good on good right there. So, and we just don't know with J.J. McCarthy. Let's see if we can actually respond. See if we can actually respond and win another game after a huge win. Kohler, yes, Charlie Kohler. He's got 2 touchdowns in 2 weeks. KG, something like that. I knew he was a weird name. Charlie Kohler. No, I know Mark Andrews. I know Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely. Marcus Aurelius Andrews. Decimus the Third. He had 2 touchdowns last week. They had 3 tight end touchdowns last week. Thursday nights are a tight end fest. You know what? This might be good for Chewy and his Raiders. Brock Bowers, tight end fest. Thursday nights, the last 2 Thursday nights, last 3 Thursday nights have been tight end fest. Steelers, Bengals, tight end fest. Vikings, Chargers, Oronde Gadsden had a huge day. And then last week, the Ravens tight ends cooked. So maybe Brock Bowers just has another hat trick and wins the game because he's Brock freaking Bowers. I'm going to take the Ravens for vibes. Jets, Browns, guys. This is the best football game we maybe have ever seen. This is football. This is what we're here for. We all like Chiefs, Bills. Oh, Chiefs, Bills, baby. This is what I get up for. I love watching shitty NFL football, some bad teams. Like, I love this kind of football right here. Oh, my God. Gonna have to ban him. Put him in timeout. I got him. No spam. I gotta get the chatbot back on, but Emu keeps getting cooked. Man's a Viking fan. You know all about that. The Vikings are historically one of the best football teams in the NFL. They're like 5th or 6th in winning percentage in the Super Bowl era. I've seen plenty of playoff wins from my team. They've never bottomed out. I think the worst we've ever picked is third, and we botched that pick. How do they move the Super Bowl to week 9? I know. How did we get this? Jets, Browns, boys. Do we have any feel on this game? Like, the Jets have nothing left on defense? Is Garrett Wilson going to play? Is he alive? They're off the bye. I'm assuming he's going to play. I'm assuming Garrett Wilson's going to play. The Browns defense isn't good on the road. I wish I had home road splits. AFC versus AFC. Yeah, AFC championship game. I wish I had home and away splits here. I could probably go to like Football Reference and see that. The Browns do have a good defense. I think they're just they were really bad on the road. What's their points per game? Their points per game isn't bad. That's not good. 23. Dylan Gabriel kind of sucks. The Jets are also terrible. Just had to give you shit as a Green Bay fan. Fair. Totally fair, Thornton. Totally fair. How you feel about the Packers? I wouldn't be feeling great right now. Miss Indigo, bro, where have you been? It's good to see you. I've been here. We got videos and shorts every day. Mano, hello. D-Hop could get some massive yak catch, too. I don't know if he can run fast enough to get a massive yak catch. He get one catch. He might have a nice big catch. I don't know if he's getting any yak. My man don't run like he used to. Judkins will drop 40 fantasy points. Is Judkins even going to play? I know he's injured. Dexter, you could trash talk. Yeah, you want sports trash talk? Go ahead. 10 sacks for Cleveland. The Jets offensive line, actually not bad. Mark Skull, how are the vibes? How are you feeling about this weekend? How are we feeling about J.J. McCarthy? Border jumper, yes. What? Yes, I don't know what he's saying yes to. Hit that like button, guys, if you haven't already. If you're new here, drop a sub. We got daily sports content. We got live streams, we got videos, we got shorts. So all the sports content you could ever want. It's not just football. It's all year round. So be sure to hit that like, sub to the channel. And if you want a shout out and you're new here, drop it in the chat. I will shout you out. The Jets are the worst team. Yeah, Dexter, that's not much of an argument. You talk all that shit. At least I'm not a Cardinal fan. The Cardinals got good vibes, man. They got good vibes. The Bucks aren't good without Tom Brady. The Buccaneers have won the division every year without Tom Brady. The Buccaneers are good. They're very hurt. They're very hurt, Dexter. They're very hurt. Shout out Jordan Love. Detroit Lions aren't doing the best, and at least I'm not a Panthers fan. True. Hey, man, we already made a rule on the chat, guys. We're all rooting for the Panthers if they make the Super Bowl. I don't care who your team is. You have to root for the Panthers if they make the Super Bowl this year, and I'm going to paint my body black and wear blue whiskers for the Super Bowl, and I'll be in like a mankini or a thong or something. That's if the Panthers make the Super Bowl this year, so that's what you guys got going at least. So if you want to see all that, root for the Panthers. Nobody in our division should be feeling great. Everyone's good, but nobody's great. That's kind of feel. I never cover cricket. I know there's a Women's World Cup of cricket going on. It's not cricket season. Crazy rage bait. Bucks aren't good without Brady. I know that is crazy rage bait. Crazy rage bait. I'm glad the Vikings didn't make any trades, so they have some picks in this year's draft. The problem is our GM usually screws them up anyway. We need to see that. I agree. So everybody should be rooting for the Panthers. The Jets sold their franchise when they traded Sauce. Why the heck would they do that? Because they got 1 million picks for Sauce. The Colts overpaid for Sauce. It's a good trade. The Colts don't have a quarterback, guys. What if Daniel Jones just goes back to being Daniel Jones again? And the Colts suck ass, and the Jets have their picks, and they're picking twice in the top 10. What if the Jets are picking twice in the top 10 with another first-round pick, and there's an elite NFL quarterback coming out, and they can draft a guy? I believe Julian Sayin and Jeremiah Smith are eligible for 2027. So the Jets could just draft Sayin and Jeremiah Smith, and they're going to be the New York Buckeyes. The Mavs bench Klay Thompson from being a starter. I mean, it makes sense. Klay's old and kind of washed. The Mavs are also a weird built team right now. I'm mad. I saw the Sixers blow a 24-point lead last night, and Donovan Mitchell dropped 40 on our ass tonight. The Bills are doing the best. The Dolphins are the worst. The Jets are the worst this year so far. So the Saints are doing bad. Yeah, the Saints are bad. Nolan, what's up? Rooting for the Panthers for sure. For Steve Smith. You saw me on Grindr. Thanks, Loudmouth. I'm trying to set my buddy up. He needs connections. I'm trying to help a guy out. Colts definitely lost the trade. Unless they win the Super Bowl. If the Colts win the Super Bowl, they won the trade, right? I think that's a fair trade if you win the Super Bowl. If you make the Super Bowl, they probably won the trade. It's a good trade if you make the Super Bowl. They desperately needed some secondary help. That's a big get. Sauce Gardner is a much better zone corner than a man corner. Aaron Glenn plays a ton of man. The Colts play a ton of zone. Now that the Jets got 2 first-rounders, they can select franchise players like Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams. Yes, but it resets the clock. They're not paying them. Then they're on rookie contracts. How does it feel to get belt to ass by the bowl game? Well, Rome, it happens. Very predictable on a Thursday night. We are bad on Thursdays. They're not real football games. The Jets will blow it, of course. No, they're going to be all right. Vikings did do good against the Lions. Skull, yes. For the 30th overall pick, who cares? 100%. 100%. If the Colts make the AFC Championship game, make the Super Bowl, it's not that big of a deal. But 2027, it could be a big deal. 2027 could be a big year for the Colts. Like if Daniel Jones doesn't re-sign, things get weird. Who knows? If he goes back to being shit, who knows with Dimes over there? They could struggle. Sorry if anyone actually here is a Jets fan, or do they just try and pray for nothing? If you guys never traded Donald, we never traded for Sam Darnold, and we never traded away Sam Darnold. Roman, keep trying, my man. Keep trying. I know plenty of Jets fans. A lot of my Jets family is Jet fans. Gabe, hello. How's your Wednesday night? Isn't the Jets paying half of Sauce Gardner's contract for years due to dead cap space? It's just like it's just the guaranteed money. I'd have to look at the breakdown. It's the guaranteed money. It's the cash. That's all. Jacoby Brisket. Jacoby Brissett. I like Jacoby Brisket better, though. Clears that lawn ornament Kyler bust bum. Jacoby Brisket, guys. That's the new name. Jacoby Brisket. Ranked 412 in the sport of curling. Well, border jumper. Get on it. You need to be ranked top 10. I need an Olympic gold medal. I don't care what the sport is. I want gold, motherfuckers. I think we do better with undrafted rookies. True. Thielen and Harrison Smith. Well, those are the old guys. I mean, that's the old guard. Harrison Smith was a first-round draft pick, Mark. Thielen was undrafted. But also the old regime. Rick Spielman knew how to draft, kind of. Kwesi does not know how to draft. Laugh if you were right about the Colts. The world is beginning to believe. True. Never. Okay, I never understand it. Yeah, I have to look at the cap. It's Colts meltdown. Yeah, that would be sick. Let's look at Sauce Gardner's contract. I will eventually pick this football game, guys, but we're having too much fun in the chat. Sauce Gardner contract. And I actually kind of speak contract here. Can I see? I don't. Where does it have? It doesn't have his current contract. Why you do this over the cap? Over the cap, you're just really pissing me off. Okay. Over the cap is pissing me off because it's not showing it. But that was Sport Rack, excuse me. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is on the Colts. Okay. This is his Colts contract. So this is what the Colts are paying. The Colts aren't paying shit. His cap number is 9. His cap number kicks in 27 to 20, 26, 36, 36, and then it's void in 31. So he got a fat extension, obviously just this offseason from the Jets. So can we look at the history? His extension. Can I look at the Jets extension? God, stop giving us ads. No. So this gets a little complicated. Let's look at teams. Let's look at the Jets. Let's look at dead cap here. It's going to be under dead money. Ahmed Garner. So they got to pay Sauce $8 million this year. He's $8 million dead this year. What's he in 26? He's $11 million in 26. And so they're done out of 20. They're done in 2 years. They're done in 2 years on Sauce. He's going to get very expensive. In your perspective, what do you think of J.J. McCarthy's performance? Nolan, it's up and down. He's definitely a young quarterback, but I do like that he is a psychopath. He seems to be clutch. He shows up in the big moments. That was a big-time throw over there. Yeah, his rookie extension doesn't kick in until like next year. Or his extension doesn't kick until next year. Ravens suck at drafting wide receivers. I agree. Zay's been fine. Would you prefer Jordan Addison? Probably. Depends. Yeah, his rookie deal's cheap. Not cheap anymore. He's got the expensive. Colts must have done that. No, the Colts have to pay for his extension. Holy ads. Where's your ad blocker? I don't have the ad blocker on because I'm streaming, guys. I don't want to crap out my internet over here. Yeah, no problem, Nolan. I'll let you know. But I like it. I'm positive. I've seen him in 3 games. He's looked horrible for 7 quarters. He didn't look bad in any of the quarters against the Lions. He was up and down, but I didn't think he looked bad against the Lions. He looked a lot better than he did in the Bears and the Falcons game. He's 22 years old. He started 3 NFL games. We do got to pump the brakes a little bit. What if he just wins a lot? We don't traditionally have good quarterback play. I agree. If we have average quarterback play and he just wins games, that's pretty good. We can usually deal with that. We usually don't have that. And when we do have good quarterback play, he don't win. The only time we've had good quarterback play that tends to be clutch, it was Brett Favre, and we got cheated by the refs in that game. We turned the ball over 5 times, and we made a bad decision by not running the football and getting a 5-yard penalty, too many men in the huddle out of a timeout at the end of that game. And we should have and we lost in overtime, and the refs cheated in overtime, and we still didn't win. There's a whole lot of that. And May is going to overtake football. Not a chance in the United States. Not a chance, Berserk. Bateman and Zay Flowers and Torrey Smith were the best wide receivers we drafted homegrown. Yeah, that's not saying much with Bateman. He's like a okay number 2. Zay's a lower tier number 1. That stuff. Torrey Smith, very good. Torrey Smith was fun. You guys just draft defense. You draft defense and offensive line. You draft Hall of Famers on the lines and then defense. JJ McCarthy is good, but it's more about his injury concerns because he ain't healthy. True, but again, maybe they oversold that ankle just to get him right. We'll see. He is a little bit smaller. He'll learn when to slide and when to not take hits. Young quarterbacks take too many hits. The Jets, Browns, I'm going to take the Browns. Patriots, Buccaneers. I don't love what I saw from the injury report today. Maybe no Chris Godwin, maybe no Bucky Irving. The Buccaneers really need to get Bucky Irving back. Anyway, the Patriots are a bitch to run the football against. The Patriots you can't run the football against them, which does help because the Buccaneers have been slinging the rock. They've been having to throw. So that is a benefit from us. I think the Patriots are due. Buccaneers coming off of a bye in Tampa. I like the Bucs this week. We'll be all right. Even in 98, we claimed Randall Cunningham off the scrappy. Yeah, he was retired, basically. Because Brad Johnson wasn't getting it done in 98. Your 10U Pop Warner team won 2 division championships. Nice. I don't like playing Pop Warner for little kids. I see those videos of kids doing like tackling drills in their helmets and getting lit up. Don't do that. Play flag football. You can learn to tackle in middle school. It's fine. You guys are soft anyway until middle school, high school. Don't worry about it. I played offensive line, never played tackle football. I had no problem with contact. I played rugby in high school. I never played tackle contact sports. I learned just fine. Just get your dad to beat you up every now and then. Very well run for drafting Hall of Famer talent on the O&D line and in the defensive secondary. Do you think it's going to be hard against the Ravens? Nolan, it's always hard in this football league. And yeah, the Ravens are a good team. I think the Ravens are good. I think us and the Ravens are both peaking, are in a must-win spot. Both are trending in the right direction. Both teams got to win. Speaking of the Bucs, should I start Rachaad White, PPR Demon against a strong run D or Trey Tucker? I'm not starting Trey Tucker at all. You can start Rachaad White if you don't have any better options. I think it's going to be a tough matchup this week. I don't remember what they were in our video. I wish I was remembering our video this week if he was a starter sit. Can't even. Hey, fellow Vikings fan, can I fiddle your butt cheeks? You can fiddle your own butt cheeks, Caden. Weirdo. Panthers are beating the Saints. Not only are the Panthers might just be good. Can't hit in hockey until you're 13, used to be 11. That's fine. All right, have a good night, Nolan. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good rest of your week. I'm okay with that. I played hockey growing up. I played roller hockey. You couldn't check people. I miss checking people, though. Both the Ravens and Vikings are finally getting healthy, too. Yes, both teams are trending much better in the health department. Much better than the early in the season. I said you can fiddle your own butt cheeks. You can do whatever you want. But you're going to have to super chat $5,000 if you want to watch me and do that. Sorry, those are the rules. How about Rachaad White or Josh Downs on waivers? There's Tyrone Tracy and Christian Watson as options. Yeah, I don't like the run share that Tracy got. I think Singletary might be the guy. Kind of weird. Chicago, not very good on D. I don't ever trust a Packers wide receiver, ever. Ever. I trust none of them. Maybe Dobbs. I hate the Packers wide receivers. You could play Rachaad White, I think. Josh Downs, not a bad option. Weird game, though. I don't love European games. The going rate is 5K. It's good going rate. I set the numbers high. People want me to say those two numbers that you put next to each other that all the kids are saying. I charge them $100. You super chat $100, I'll say those two numbers. Otherwise, I ain't saying shit. They want me to grab the camera for the Lamar edit, another $100. We set high rates over here. If you want to make me into a meme, you nerds. Texans, Jaguars. Okay. So the Jaguar fans got on my ass. I should say a Jaguar fan got on my ass because I said the Jaguar. I have the Jaguars at 21 in my power rankings, and they got real pissy. They got real pissy over here. Real pissy that I had the Jaguars at 21. The Jaguars are not good, guys. They're 17th in DVOA. They're 22nd in defense. They're 23rd in red zone. This is just like not a good team. They won a fluky game against the Chiefs. They were turning teams over at a historic rate. They aren't doing it anymore. They got dominated by the Seahawks. They got bitch slapped by the Rams. And they basically tied the Raiders coming off of a bye. I know the Raiders are a little bit better, but still. Davis Mills starting at quarterback for Houston, though. Their defense is great. Davis Mills is not very good. He can't throw the football. We saw him struggle. I'm going to take the Jaguars barely, but don't be surprised if the Texans win this game. It's really annoying because the Jaguars are not good, and they're going to be 6-3, and it's going to piss me off. Just trying to cut the rate down. I trust Packers tight ends before the wide receivers. Yes. And they're done. And they're done. They're done. I mean, Luke Musgrave, what are we doing with them? I feel bad about Tucker Kraft. I never feel bad when a Packer player gets hurt because good for us. I like Tucker Kraft. He's a very good tight end. So that does suck. Maria is a female Vikings fan. I don't know how to feel this season. It's a roller coaster. Have a strong beverage with you and ride the roller coaster. It's good. It's bad. It's being a Vikings fan. You're going to trash the entire AFC if we beat the Ravens. Well, I hope we beat them then because the AFC needs a little bit of trash in here. Cardinals, Seahawks. I do like Jacoby Brissett, Jacoby Brisket at quarterback here. The Seahawks are just a unit, guys. Sam Darnold's playing much better. People don't want to listen to me when I said Sam Darnold didn't play that good last year. He is playing so much better, and the normal people who cover football are starting to talk about it. He has been so much better than he was with the Vikings, which is a big game for the Seahawks. Their defense is very good. They've played close games everywhere. Their 2 losses, though, are Sam Darnold losses. Turning the ball over late in the game to lose the football game. So that's what you get with Sam Darnold. This is also a team that cosplays like they can run the football but can't run the football. This team throws out a heavy personnel more than anybody, and they can't run the football. They used to be able to run the football. They used to be known for running the football. They can't run the football. So they throw to everybody. Getting Rashid Shaheed was a massive pickup for the Seahawks. Huge get for them. He's going to be a vertical threat. We saw Torrey Horton get involved on the vertical threat. JSN's starting to get bracketed. They're going to have to distribute the rock to other people. Huge get for them. Defense is awesome. And they're getting healthy. Like Tucker Kraft too. He's in your top 10. Yeah, he would be in my top 10. 21 for the Jags seems fair. Can't put Jags above the Panthers. That's what I said, but they beat the Panthers week 1 and they're bitching about it. I had the Panthers ahead of the Jaguars. Surprised no team has picked up Justin Tucker. He is never getting picked up again. Jags are not good. See, you guys are the best. Like, what was my list here? Got to pull up my power rankings list. I kind of have it. So, yeah, I had the Jags at 21. I had the Bears at 20. I had the Falcons at 19. And I had the Panthers at 18. And then Houston at 17. Like, they're not better. Like, maybe you could put them ahead of the Bears. I don't think they're better than Atlanta. I don't think they're better than Carolina. Houston, maybe with Davis Mills. They're not better than the Vikings. They're not better than the Ravens. They're not better than the Chargers, Steelers, Packers, Niners, Patriots, Broncos, Buccaneers, Seahawks, Colts, Lions, Chiefs, Rams, Bills, and Eagles. They're not better than any of those teams. They're not better than any of those teams. Justin Tucker is still suspended. True. The Packers need a kicker badly. McManus has been bad. McManus has been bad lately. Packer kicker issues. You know how that goes. Rams 49ers. This is the game of the weekend. The 49ers are so beat up. So beat up. They caught the Rams on that Thursday night. This is a must win for the Rams. It's in San Francisco. I think we're going to see Brock Purdy. Otherwise, we get McCorkle again. I'm going to take the Rams. I just think it's hard to beat a team twice, even if it is on the road. The 49ers defense also not good. Not good. Vikes crushed despite your Ravens pick. The old willful loss to see an outcome you want. True. You know my game. World knows my game. So, burst. The 49ers kicker is really good. 49ers fan, yes. Eddie Pinheiro is one of my 3 kickers on your stardom every week. Eddie Pinheiro's been awesome this season. Doesn't have a big leg, but he's been insanely accurate. Inside of 55, he is automatic. He just doesn't have a big leg like the other guys. And he's been clutch this year. Free massages. Official notification system. This is a verified safe space for LGBTQ plus members by YouTube staff. Yeah, that feels like a spam. Notification systems. Joined April of 2021. That was funny. You didn't need to hit that, Silex. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, report any hateful comments. I hate everything. Pete, if Deshaun Watson could get another job, would you be surprised? Deshaun Watson is not getting another job, I don't think. He was also a quarterback. Justin Tucker was also... I think everyone forgets that Justin Tucker was bad last year for a good chunk of the year. They're okay with moving on from bad kickers. Andrew, go Raiders. Hey, go Raiders, man. Go Raiders. That was racist and offensive. Lions are beating the Commanders. R.I.P. Jaden's elbow. Lions getting a loss. They're going to beat their ass. All I got to say is that dude is defecating. I think he's just a troll, Silex. I think he's just a troll. It was funny, though. I laughed reading it. Hope Brock Purdy can come back and play some games. Yeah, I think maybe we're going to see Brock this week. Limited. I don't know if he practiced today. I hope we get Brock Purdy. Create a super team on the Browns. Triple option with Tucker and Watson. Bring Big Ben out of retirement. Caden's just a deviant over here. Caden's just trying to get everybody in trouble. Touch all these people. Steelers, Chargers. This is a big Sunday night game. I'm going to take the Chargers. I am worried about their offensive line issues, but the Pittsburgh defense is bad, guys. They've forced 11 turnovers in the Patriots and the Colts games, okay? 11 turnovers. It's not going to happen again. That's just like weird. That's 2 of their wins. And they won both those games by like a score. Purdy is turning. Nah, Brock Purdy's a solid quarterback, Steven. Over here. The Chargers, if they don't turn the ball over, they're going to win. You can throw all over the Steelers defense. They're still averaging 445 yards per game. It's absolutely ridiculous how bad their defense is. They live off of turnovers. All right. Throwing down that nice, cool, wintry Sprite over here. We're about to wrap this puppy up, though. We'll recap all my picks. Best QB in the league of all time, Trace McSorley. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. Mac Jones has been Mac has been good. McCorkle's been a good fill-in for my guy. All right, final game, Packers-Eagles. Packers look like shit. Eagles coming off a bye. Eagles have to win this game. If they want to make a statement that they're the best team in the NFC, they have to win. If the Packers want to make a statement that they are a serious contender, they also have to win this game. This is a terrible spot for both these teams. They got to get it. They got to get this one. It was, JT was bad, but Adam was bad for his last 5 years. We can see it happening. See guys, I don't think they do it anymore, though. So bad. Yeah, but those players are still good when those are guys usually in their prime. Former Raven, Trace McSorley. I'm going to take the Eagles. I think the Packers offense is shit. I think the Packers offense is just bad, and they just lost their best player in Tucker Kraft. The defense is good. They can stop the run. They got gashed by Carolina. I expect them to do a good job against Philly's defense. You can throw on this Packers team, and the Eagles can protect Hurts. If they can stop this pass rush, they'll throw the football. You can throw on the Packers. I think the Eagles win this game, and the Packers are in a tailspin right now. So let's recap my picks for Week 10. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. We got daily sports content for you guys. We'll have my picks against the spread video out tomorrow. I think we're going to live stream tomorrow morning doing our college picks for the weekend in Week 12. We'll also have our college bet video out on Friday. I will be live again Saturday night post-college football. We can talk college football and preview Week 10 once again. And I will be live, as always, after the conclusion of Sunday Night Football. So after that Steelers Chargers game, I will be live once again. So be sure to get all that in. Appreciate everybody stopping by. Hope you have a safe rest of your week. Let's recap. Talking about Texans running back. Joe Mixon. Yeah, but Joe Mixon was great, Zay. Joe Mixon was great. And he was in his prime. You got to pick wrong. You're meant to have the Dolphins winning, not losing. Duh. If the Dolphins win, I will eat a buffalo wing. I will eat the hottest buffalo wing I can find on stream next week if the Dolphins beat the Bills. Does that make you feel better? I will get 5 insanely hot buffalo wings, or like the hottest hot chicken I can find. That's the deal. That's the bet. I'll do it if the Dolphins beat the Bills this week. All right. I got the Broncos over the Raiders on Thursday night. I got the Colts conquering the Atlanta Falcons in Berlin. Everybody get your big-breasted women some good old sausage and a beer for that breakfast. Bears over the Giants, Bills over the Dolphins, Ravens over the Vikings, Browns over the Jets, Buccaneers over the Patriots, Panthers over the Saints, Jags over the Texans, Seahawks over the Cardinals, Rams over the 49ers, Lions over the Commanders, Chargers over the Steelers, and the Eagles over the Packers. That's going to do it for us tonight, guys. I appreciate everybody stopping by. Have a safe rest of your week. Again, if you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.